Ave, ikokajie, ave.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special edition of the political soccer game. Liberia is in trouble. We need to talk it. Grown people need to follow their equal. Don't buy me color and say you won't sleep with me. It's not fair. Especially when the child is younger than your daughter. Your daughter got 2 master's degrees. And this young child is in elementary school. But you want to buy her color? You want to send her to school, but you are asking. You're asking the little child to give you sex. This nonsense in our country has got to stop. So this special political soccer game tonight between underage girls and big women. You need to listen. We'll call some names. Some friends will get angry. Some friends will be disappointed. But the names we are going to call tonight, these people need to be shamed and named. That's the only way to stop the nonsense. If we don't talk about it, we'll continue to do these things. Share the video. Liberia deserves better. Oh, man. You 50 years old. What kind of conversation you can have with a 12-year-old? What kind of nonsense is this? You 65 years old. How you can tell a 15-year-old now for her to understand? This nonsense that started many years ago. And our people are so gullible. Hey man, you're not just talking the family way. He won't help the little child. Your child is out of the country. Your child is in London. Your child is in America, in Russia, in other parts of Europe. But you are destroying the innocent little child in Liberia because you have power. This has got to stop. And for those of you that started it in 30 years ago, 35 years ago, I will call your names tonight. That's the only way we can stop this nonsense. Because if we don't expose you people, you will continue to abuse our little daughters, our little brothers. Somebody has to speak up. So because they catch you doing something, then you won't lie on somebody. You won't make it seem that the person is responsible for your madness. You go all the time with your wife, who is a big woman. Then you see a little underage girl now, then your heart start to cut. Then you're ready to take out your trouser. What kind of nonsense is this? Oh, she wants to say we're playing. She played now four, I played now four. She shake, I shake. But your wife is laying down right there. What kind of conversation you can have with this small child? And you want to justify, to tell the people, today, you're almost 80 years old. When that thing happened in 1990, you were 45 years old and this child was 14 and a half, 15 years old. But you want to justify that what you did was legal. Amen. Hey, Liberia. My people, you share the video. I am about to introduce the lineups for both teams. The underage girls got their own squad. The big women got their own squad. The political soccer game will not be easy tonight. If you are in the habit of running away from your equal and fighting small girls, I will call your name tonight. That the only way we will stop the rape business in our country. And I'm ready for you. I got a list. Oh man, I got a whole list. And you feel you can rape? You got girl child, you got boy child, but you raping other people's daughters and you raping other people's sons and you think it's okay. Somebody has to talk about this. The Congo people involved, the country people involved, everybody here doing the same thing. We'll talk it tonight. You acting jelly that only you alone hack and cut. Everybody hack and cut, but go to your equal. Leave the small child alone. Other all grown up, Masaya grown up. But follow your equal.
Mali Mandan Muso, Senegal Mandan Muso, Côte d'Ivoire Mandan Muso, Burkina Faso Mandan Muso.
You want me to tell you? You want to share the video? You see that small thing will come and tell you tonight? The people that were making big more. They did some video earlier today. Guess what? They deleted the video because the FBI now start calling them. You want to justify why you slept with a 15 years old girl 30 years ago? Oh, she myself were friends. Everything was okay. Then you say, oh, the man that brought me on the show, the man said I'm gonna pay money. Who does not know that I can charge people to come on show? You think I get the work for free? When you go to Amazon, when you call Amazon and tell them say you want to order something, do you tell them say send me the thing that I will pay you later? Ain't you not getting your credit card number? When you go to Walmart and the Chinese store to order something, ain't you not pay for it? Oh yeah, so I just went to school for radio and television to work for free, eh? Oh, I got news for you. My people, you get ready. Very shortly, I will bring you the name of the referee, the linesman, and the players. Amen. You don't want to miss this. Sunday night, peace of mind. They play at air right now. Nobody can even shut their radio station off. I am doing what I love to do best. That the whole military can come to shut me down. You see behind me what they say, Timber the Justice? We need justice. If you won't be selfish and you can't share the video, you're on your own. This platform does not belong to CDC. This platform is not for the CPP or the opposition. My people, the reason why I am not part of any political party is because these people want you to work for free. And I have part the stage where I can work for free. So I will do my own thing. You won't come on my show? I tell you, say I will charge you so and so. If you can't pay it, go find somebody else. I work too hard for this. Almost 30 years in the business. I train a lot of people. One man is called Stanton Waterspoon, who owns Spoon TV and Spoon Network. I went to Liberia and established that entire network. Everybody that works for him now, I hire them. None of them ever pick up the phone and tell me, say, Ashford, thank you for the opportunity. That's how ungrateful some people are. So when I have the opportunity to do my own thing, guess what? I will do it my way. Somebody say, the man come here and show and he charged me the pesos and so man. You think my show that free? I need popularity. Oh. I've been in the business for almost 30 years. You know how many people on social media now that are trained, that got BP talk show now, they can't even come to say, Ashford, thank you for the opportunity. That's how ungrateful most Liberians are. So when you ask me to come on my show, you pay something. When I go to you and say, come on my show, I will not ask you. When you decide to donate, it's optional. And ask people that know me. When I go to you and say, come on the Ashford got a show, you're not obligated to pay anything. But when you come to me and say, Ashford, I want to come on your show, then, or I tell you, say, I got to pay the internet bill. You see the software I'm using right now, I got to pay for it. The light will be turned on. And you see how my own station clear, other people, they're in darkness. You got to spend good money when you want good things. So you can't just come here for a free ride. It doesn't work like that. Having said that, folks, very shortly, we're going to bring you the lineup for both teams. Honor age girls. Because of most of the disrespectful men who claim that they have power, our daughters are disrespecting the parents. They are coming call the names of the honor age girls They representing the underage girls, and they beat women then. You know how many big women call me and say, oh, so you part 29 in Liberia, you old lady, or nobody want to talk to you. They want the 5-year-old then. They want the 10-year-old then. They want the 12-year-old then. What kind of conversation you can have with a 5, 10, and 12-year-old? My people, these men are sick. They are sick. Because you're total B. And you can't find a way to go inside. So you take razor blade to make it B for you to go inside. Who are you? Are you a human being or you a demon? This is the kind of thing we're dealing with in Liberia. Now you want to wonder why our country can't go anywhere. Now you want to wonder why people are suffering. Liberia is the only country that giving God hard time. God won't help us, but we won't help God. We won't help ourselves. This is the kind of thing we're going through. Demon, wicked people. And I will call some names tonight. Some people are in Ellen Johnson's elite government. They were sleeping with 12, 13-year-old girls. They get a train belly. They were holding big positions in Ellen government. When Joshua government came, they started doing the same thing. A late child comes to you and say, I'm very smart. I am an A student. I want to go to school. I want scholarship. And you tell that late child, say, before I can give you scholarship, I got to take down your panties. Amen. Then your child is already in Europe, working on her 3rd degree or 2nd degree. You see how wicked you people are? Listen. I am not a fan of George Weah. I did something to George Weah that I will say here tonight. I will say sorry to the presidency because you're not supposed to curse your leader. George Weah, for me, insulting the office of the president, I say sorry. But I still hold you responsible for the way you're treating my country. You will never see me curse the president or curse the office of the president. I am not a fan of George Weah. But I said some things about George Weah in the past. And in this vein, I want him to please forgive me. I will never curse him again. But I will disgrace him. I will bring him to book. The way he treating my country right now is not fair. You can't have young people who mean well for the country come to you, Mr. President, and say to you, they are killing us, they are raping us. But you decide not to talk to them and say you are busy. It is alleged that when you're busy, you say you are busy, you're recording music. Mr. President, not fair. You can't do that. It's not fair, Mr. President. You need to talk to your people. The people love you. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is not more popular than you. You won 14 contests out of 15. You think Ellen is more popular than you? You think Lima Bowie, who is just looking for attention, you think she's more popular than you? Ellen told the people to bring war, to kill people. Before you became president, Mr. Weah, you never harm a fly, you never did anything bad to Liberia or to the people of Liberia. And people be shocked that I'm seeing this. But you need to take a leadership role. You need to lead your country, Mr. President. You need to begin your leadership. I am not only seeing this to President Weah, but I'm seeing this to all of the people that follow me, that love me. I will call some names here tonight. You know what they have said? They said George Weah paid me. I'm in the pocket of George Weah. The last time I talked to George Weah was 2002 in Atlanta, Georgia. We went for Moreover Classic. The last time I saw George Weah was 2018 December when he invited everybody from diaspora to go to what the place name? What the place? Jamaica Resort. Everybody that came in the diaspora went there to meet the president. I don't want anything from you, George Weah. I live in America. I am getting paid for the rest of my life. Whether I go to work or not, I will get paid. You need to stand up and lead. Lead your people. The people you have around you. Whether your intentions are good, we don't know. So that by now they say, send the bold people giving us hard time. Let us just bring somebody who we think love the country. And this is what we're getting in return. Supporters of George Weah, I want you to know that I don't hate George Weah. There are some people who have said they hate George Weah. They want to see something bad happen to George Weah. I am not part of that group. I have no reason to hate George Weah. But I will not sit here for George Weah to treat my country the way he treated my country. You're supposed to come to power and start building homes. You're supposed to come to power and start hiring people of your choice. You're supposed to come to power and breaking down your old homes and building new ones. The people went to the Senate. They said they men and they men from Nigeria, and you still got a man working in your government. Then you're supposed to be somebody now that you think that love the country. Amen. President Weah, there are some things that you need to do to change the narrative. And yes, I am a countryman. I don't see tribe, but I am a countryman. I can speak my tribe. I visited the village that I was born in. I am not a Congo man, and I don't hate the Congo people. But when you want to make it seem like it's the countryman against the Congo man, then I will take side. Because at the end of the day, the Congo man will not love me more than he loved his fellow Congo person. And I'm just keeping it real. So when you want to bring that country and conquer war, I will go to where I came from. At least I know where I'm coming from. But you don't know where you're coming from. I am not a slave. I am from Kunamo district. Just said to my get seven pro ranja kuama traji. When I know Muzu and one year my double to dry. I am from Dwightown Kunamo district. I have Congo friends. I leave people who claim to be Congo. But I am a 100% countryman. Nobody will turn me against my own people. Having said that, folks, are you ready for the football game? Are you ready for the football game tonight? Honor age girls was a big woman. I didn't want to call name, but I will call this lady's name. Because you know, she said something that hurt me. And when I'm hurt, I don't keep it in. That's why God will continue to bless me. There's a lady that lives in Philadelphia. I will call her name. She will get angry, or she will perhaps feel good, but I will call her name. The lady said something to me and tears came to my eyes because she was lying. Whoever told her lied on me. When you live in Philadelphia, this lady said to me, Ashford, the people say you have changed. You're on Joshua payroll. Joshua is paying you every month. That's why you're not causing Joshua again. Now, how can you say something like that? The people I invite on my show, even when they pay to come on the show, I will charge them. Listen, I went to school for this. I went to one of the best radio and television schools in the world, right here in Southfield, Michigan. You think I get to work for free? So the lady said, hey, Ashford, if I call the person into you, you will call the person out, and it will be a totally big trouble. You know, the way to stop gossip is to call names. And I will call the young lady name. That lady used to be friends with George Ware. She supported George Ware. They took pictures together. There are other people who causing George Ware, man, who causing George Ware every day, and there are some people here that take their entire paycheck and send to these people that call George Ware. I said, listen, if you think you want to put me on payroll just to call somebody, I am not that type of person. I will establish a platform where I will professionally engage people. And these people will pay to come on platform. But I don't have to talk down on the leadership for me to get paid. That's why when I leave this station, when I leave this air, I go and work hard. Do you know that my entire equipment was destroyed? When you never heard me on the radio for almost 2 weeks, you ever saw me doing go for me? You ever heard me calling you to help me out? I shut everything down and I went to work. Today, the station that I am at right now is by far better than what it was before. It's called hard work. It's called getting up, putting on your pants, and going to work like a real man. That's what I do. I don't wait for you to fight before I smell it. I brought people to this country. I have changed the lives of people because I am unselfish. This is the job of a real man. But this lady called me a little over a week ago, and I will call her name because that's who I am. She said, Ashford, the person that told me that you are on the payroll of George Ware, the person begged me not to call their name. I said, if you don't call that person's name, I will call your name. This person lives in Philadelphia. And the person's name is Anna Hart. Anna Hart told me that somebody very close to the administration said to her that the reason why Ashford stopped being very aggressive on George Ware is because George Ware has him on the payroll. Now, pretty tell me, the last time I talked to George Ware was 2002. The last time I came close to George Ware was 2018 December, when everybody that came from all over visited Jamaican Resort. Why would you lie on my name? Why would you do that to me? The same way you get up and go to work every day, I get up and go to work. My own blood, people from Grand Juliet County, they vex for me. But you know what? Something I said before, I will say it again. I said because I am from Grand Jide, it doesn't mean I should follow the stupid ones. George Weah has not convinced me that he means well for Liberia. I don't have to talk to George Weah. I'm getting paid for the rest of my life in America. Whether I go to work or I don't go to work, I will still get paid. Why do you want to lie on my name? Don't do that. Yes, George Weah, I stand by what I said in the past, and I will say it again. He doesn't mean well for Liberia. He has not convinced me that he knows what he's doing. But why would you lie on me that George Weah is paying me? Don't do that. It's not fair to Liberia. It's not fair to the people of Liberia. And I will go further to say, when I was asked to do a favor for Bernard Ure, I did not ask Bernard Ure to buy me a plane ticket. And I will say this so you can understand this. I was making $6,000 every 2 weeks on the oil field. And I took leave of absence to support Bernard because Bernard Ure was my friend. Bernard Ure didn't know how I bought my ticket to go to Liberia. But I was just trying to tell Bernard Ure, thank you for what he did for me. 1997. Now this is a real crown man trying to pay you back for what you've done for him. I have paid Bernard Ure back more than what he did for me. Just so you know. Bernard Ure gained more from me than what I gained from him. I am going to play something for you. And I want you to listen. The man that owns Spoon TV and Spoon FM, he went to Liberia before I did. Guess what? Don't worry, their football game will start, but we need to get some things out. Pete Cote is on the field tonight. Pete Cote is playing. The man of all countries is playing. This man should never be trusted. This man should never get on social media to claim that he's an advocate. Me, I'm not an advocate. I'm a businessman. I'm not an advocate. I am not part of any political party. Pete Cote claims that he's an advocate. But some of the things that he did, we'll get there. So, Spoon TV, Spoon FM, I introduced Spoon TV to Liberia. Amen. You think I'm lying? The last time my wasting fire off. But I want you to listen to something before I come up. Share the video. I want you to listen to something.
But I want to publicly say thank you to Ashford, the giant Garley.
Listen, folks, My people, you listen. You know, sometimes you talk and people were just saying that you're talking because of your gift of gab, you know. But I want you to listen to this. Have you shared a video? I want you to listen to this. This is the owner of Spoon TV and Spoon FM. He went to Liberia. When he came back to the States, I said to him, I said, look, we can do something to change radio and television in Liberia. And you'll be surprised, folks. And that's one of the reasons why when I call people on to charge them, not only did I introduce, I beg your pardon, not only did I introduce Spoon TV to Liberia, not only did I establish Spoon TV and radio in Liberia, I did all the legwork. I went for 2 weeks in Liberia from America. I ended up staying 3 months. The entire staff of Spoon TV and Spoon, from the managing director to the radio director to the producer, I recruited all of them. And today, after running to get taxi, they're all driving cars today. It makes me feel good because you know what? I have changed the life of somebody. But none of them have picked up the phone to say, Ashford, thank you. I want you to please listen to the owner of Spoon TV and Spoon Radio.
Okay. He may not like that for a reason, or probably he will, but it was because of Ashford Garley. Through his instrumentality and his advice, when he came to me and said, Stanton, I think there's a need that we open a radio station in Liberia.
Okay.
And I bought into that idea, and I think he did extremely well to run after all the documents and do everything.
Wow.
Regardless whatsoever thing that happened, but he was able to bring this radio station up. And I want to say big thanks to him, Ashford. Then I said, Ashford, we have to get Ashford a hand.
He helped give birth to this.
Yeah. And I said, but Ashford, listen, man, I don't know about this industry. He said, Stanton, I'm the giant.
Yeah, I remember. In fact, he was at the office in Willenboro.
He was in my office in Willenboro, and we had a show. And we sent him to Liberia, and he did what he said, listen, we got to find a place. I said, well, you talk to me. He went looking around, and he came across, he told me about Bernard Uric. And we are grateful to Bernard Uric for the time spent in his building on 10th Street. We want to say thank you, Mr. Uric. It was good to get to know you, and we have this great relationship. You gave us everything we ever wanted in that building. You said, Stanton, is yours. I said, where's the key? You said, I will hold on to the key yet because I don't want you buying my building. So I said, okay. But we were there. I mean, all this time, and Emmanuel, you can attest to that. They've been good to us, man. And you know, they gave us everything. They set up on our feet, and now we are moving.
So my friend is your friend?
Yeah, your friend is my friend. And Bernard, you have been good to us, and we wish he and his family well. And you know, as we begin to leave, we'll officially speak to him.
To do that thing, maybe you didn't want to do it, or it induced you not to do it. Maybe because
So you see, folks, you just heard the CEO of Spoon TV, Spoon Network. He visited Liberia. When we got in contact with each other, he didn't know where to start from. And he said, Ashford, what can you do? And today, I'm not going to hit him. Spoon TV, Spoon FM is one of the best in Liberia. And I just spoke with the owner today of Spoon TV. I have no problem with him. But from the managing director, and I will call names here, folks, that's just who I am. The managing director, Titi Kane, I recruited her. Joseph Soko Kone, I recruited him. Emmanuel Kotu, Rufus Divine Cannon, I recruited him. There's a lady called Brenda, and Diamond Slanger, I recruited him. Elliot, I recruited the entire staff. Senator Waterspoon does not know about radio. He didn't know where this was coming from. I recruited the entire staff. Let me tell you, I just told you I spoke to Stanton today, but none of the people in Liberia ever picked up the phone to say, Big Brother Ashford, thank you for the opportunity. That's just how some Liberians people are. When Stanton Waterspoon sent me to Liberia and I was at the Palm Spring Hotel, Emmanuel Kotu, Joseph Conan, Diamond Slanger, Divine Kane, the Brenner lady, Titi Kane, they used to come and sit in the lobby for me to come down and talk to them. In some instances, I will buy lunch for them using my own money. And then Pete Coat is asking me why Ashford Garley is charging for people to come on his show. I am charging for people to come on my show because most Liberians are very ungrateful. They are very ungrateful and you can't trust them. When the late Mamadi Diakite and Henry Costa were on the radio in Liberia, Eugene Fagon was on the social media. He wanted to go to Liberia. Everybody refused for Eugene Fagon to go to Liberia. Guess what? Costa said, I can't carry a man. Mamadi Diakite said, I can't carry this man. My wife even intervened and said, Ashford, don't carry that. That man got different intention. But that's just who I am. I don't care about what you have personally. I, Ashford the Giant Garley, hire Eugene Lamin Fagon. He was working for me. I used to send money from Liberia to America to Eugene Fagon. Today, Eugene Fagon is Deputy Minister of Information, Republic of Liberia. You know what? That countryman did it. I'm looking for a job. But let me tell you some of the things that we have done for Liberia and the people of Liberia. The entire staff of Spoon TV and Spoon Network, they were fighting for taxi, fighting for pimping. Today, most of them driving cars in Liberia. You know who started it? Ashford the Giant Garley. I will not take the praise, but I'm telling you for what we've done. Money don't fail us. It's not about money. It's my passion. You know how many people are trained when it comes to radio and television? Some people got talk show, yeah, all in America. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, they calling me to beg me. Ashford, how can I do this? My wife will even get versed to me. Hey, you're not going to sleep now. I need my smarty. That's my passion. And I train these people. Today, they are all big talk show hosts. You have never heard them say anything to say thank you. Some of the people that say they got the biggest platform in the country, they won't beat us. I know you will say I'm lying. But if I play something for you, Jenna, you yourself will be shocked. It's not about me. It's about what I love to do for my country. I love my country. I have passion for this stuff. This is radio. Just a little over a week and a half ago, my entire equipment was getting rid of. I didn't ask you for GoFundMe. I didn't ask you to help me. I took a week off. And guess what? My station is by far better than what it was a week and a half ago. I have passion for this. We can change Liberia. We can change the mindset of the people of Liberia. We can stop sleeping with young girls. We can continue to follow our equal. What conversation can you have with a 12-year-old? You're supposed to tell Reza Blade and tell the person pussy to sleep with them? And what you're supposed to do? Is that what you're supposed to do as a human being? You got money. You got power. The platform that I have, ego, you got enough time. The platform that I have right now, if I tell you who gave me the platform, you yourself will be shocked. And the person who asked me for this platform, that claim, ego, we got enough time. I will talk. I am grateful. And I'm grateful to people because, look, I am the type of guy, when you do something for me, I will say to you, there's a young man on here, all right? I'm going to call his name, but I got to make sure I find this platform first, okay? I got to make sure I find this stuff first. People claim that they have this, they have that. Let me tell you, you ain't see nothing, you. Liberian people weak, you. Liberian people can envy you, but they can make it seem like they are the best in the business. And now that we have the opportunity, we'll talk it all. Okay? We'll talk it all. And speaking of talking it all, yeah, you don't even know, Seba. Here you go. They ain't even know, sir. I got some things that you don't even know about. And we'll talk about this. Well, if you have the time, share the video. But this platform that I have right now, somebody introduced their platform to me. You know what the person did that? The person said, Ashford, you are a good human being. And I can't have you on here being a good human being and struggle in some other things. I said, what are you talking about? He said, B brother, I got something for you. I said, what you got for me? He said, just listen. I said, what you mean, just listen? He said, just listen. I said, okay, I will listen. And this boy told me and said, B brother Ashford Garley, I want you to know that the fact that you come on here every night and do this for us. And I was in a certain situation, and I didn't know where to start from. But you came to my rescue. And I just want to do this to reciprocate. I said, what are you talking about? I didn't know where the boy was going. To be honest with you, I didn't know where he was going. He said, my man, I have to do something to you. I said, I said, what are you talking about? He said, Ashford got it. I said, yes. He said, my man, you did something for me. You have a good heart. And I just want to do something for you to appreciate what you've done. And this platform that I'm using right now, folks, I want to publicly say thank you to my friend and younger brother, Lofa Julius. Lofa Julius introduced this platform to me called StreamYard. And you will be shocked. Somebody said, oh, what the hell is Ashford Garley? When I have the biggest platform in the country, why would I want to even listen to Ashford Garley or something for you to come to us and talk something? You want to mention Ashford Garley? But listen, folks. Listen, I want you to listen to this. You don't do that. You don't talk down on people. I don't know if you heard me when I spoke earlier, but I am so grateful to Lofa Julius. Lofa Julius said to me, Ashford, big brother, I want to do this for you. And I said, what did I do to deserve this? He said, big brother, you're humble. You've done some things. Not only for Liberia. My people, they can't play. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I think I will shut the phone door and turn it back on. You say, my man, I put up a message for my cousin in Lofa. Lofa Julia was speaking to me. He said, Ashford, I put up a message for my cousin in Lofa. And you don't know this person from anywhere. And you said to me, to some other people, this is what we're going through. And I can't even remember, I just got up and said, you know what? Others have helped us, and it really doesn't be anything to take us something and help out somebody else. And this is somebody from Lofa County that was very hurting. They couldn't walk, they had a leg problem. And I called Lofa. I said, Lofa, this is what I can do. And Lofa said, my man, I don't even know what your Liberian man said. Because the thing you did, I am still contemplating whether you're from Liberia. That's just me. This is what we do. Now, in all fairness, Lofa Julius, after he saw me struggling, he said, big brother Ashford, you have a good heart. I will introduce something to you. Everything you see here in terms of the graphics is from Lofa Julius. I may have tweaked one or two things differently, but had it not been for Lofa Julius, my people, this very young brother, unselfish human being, I won't be here. Sometimes in life, you have to say thank you publicly to people who have been there for you. That's how God will continue to bless you.
Software they call StreamYard.
But listen, I was accused of being a nobody. And I am the type of person, I'll call name. Henry Costa is my young brother. For Henry Costa to say, Ashford Garley is nobody, I got the biggest platform. Granted, Henry, you got the biggest platform, but somebody paved the way for you to be here. But you can't claim to have the biggest platform and want to be the people who are doing the small platform. Listen to Henry Costa.
Bully, my man, I want that software they call StreamYard. The one that man Ashford Garley using, where you can bring on a guest and you and the guest can both be on the video together. StreamYard. I want it. I want to use it to do an interview. To be doing interviews with people, or does Zoom do basically the same thing? I mean, then because I already got Zoom and I'm paying for it, so maybe I wouldn't need it since I have Zoom. But just let me know, bro. How much is it, and is it compatible with a cell phone? Can I use it on the cell phone? So just let me know, please. All right, buddy. Bye-bye.
Well, if it didn't get it, I'll play back. But if Henry claims that I'm his big brother, right? Why would it take Henry Costa to say big brother Ashford? He calls me big brother all the time. I want this. Why would you go behind me to the guy who works for me and say, the thing Ashford got to get, that one I want? Eh? Then he comes on in the public and say, I got the biggest platform. Henry Garley, you got the biggest platform. But when you are walking in the ring and dancing in the ring, we're paying our deals here. And that's why most of the people who did the business with me cannot come on at this time because they are not technically savvy. When I spent almost $10,000 between June of last year to April of this year on COP, my own money, I sent my wife to Liberia. Okay? You don't come on here and talk down on people because you claim to have the biggest platform. How big is your platform? Now you see why I have disassociated myself from the COP. I disagree with George Weah on issues, not because of personal reasons. I will never abuse George Weah. George Weah agree is not doing well for our country. For Anna Hart and others to think that Ashford Garley is on the payroll of George Weah, you have insulted me. And the person you said, I told you, you don't want to call that person's name, Anna Hart, you did not do me justice. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I introduced Stanton Waterspoon, the man that have Spoon TV, to Bernard Ure. Bernard Ure said, Ashford, if you introduce the guy to me, I will give you 15%. This man paid Bernard Ure $26,000 every month for 2 years. Bernard Ure did not give me a dime. Listen to me. You don't do that. So because I come from America and I live in America, it means I can't eat too? You don't do that to your people. I have nothing against Bernard Ure. I have nothing against Henry Costa. I have nothing against the people that associate with Henry Costa and the likes. But let me tell you, this country belongs to all of us. And one more message to Henry Costa. If he does not leave the crown people alone, it's going to be a country and conquer war. Leave us, the country people, alone. Henry Costa, you're a pele man. Our country and grand jury politics had nothing to do with you. Leave us alone. If you want to bring war, declare war on us. The crown people. I am 100% countrymen, crime men. Let me tell you, leave us alone. We are all Liberians. Having said that, folks, I'm ready for the football game now. The people who rape our small sisters, the people who claim to be advocates, they are all on the football field tonight. Y'all get ready for us to play football. Y'all get ready. Look at me, I'm ready. Me, I'm ready. No turning back. We all can play football tonight.
To do it, that's bribery. And I'm not here for the legal definition of bribery because in this case, there was nothing about bribery. But it is the country we live in. I know for the song.
I'm talking to you. Somebody call you to talk, they even talk. Somebody call you to say, you're talking. Then I want a problem there. I don't call you to talk, you get it, you start talking. You know. And folks, if you just joining us tomorrow, we are going to play host to Mrs. Edith Gonklo Webb. She wants to be senator of Nima County, and she will be our special guest tomorrow night on Breach Radio Africa. You know, sometimes you got to go crazy too. But the people that the crazy, they're stupid. You know, they don't know how to act. You know, and if you don't know how to act, we'll teach you how to act. You know. Oh man. Folks, I'm telling you, we're back on at the SKD Sports Complex tonight. Where the underage girls are going against the big women. Say you feel underage girls that your partner, you can't follow your equal. Come and start calling names now. And I'm telling you, the girls are warming up. I'm telling you, I see 3 years old, 6 years old, 8, 9, 10 years old. They're all women on the field tonight. Then we see grown women, big women on the field also. What they're looking for, we don't know. Folks, I'm telling you, this game is very interesting tonight. And very shortly, we're going to give you the lineups, the officials of the game. Amen. Y'all ready? Share the video. We are ready to play political soccer game. Underage girls and big women. Preach Radio Africa. That now you know me. Just sit to my against someone put on. That now you know me, Garley. The medicine of the microphone. The golden voice of Liberia. That now you know me. Oh man. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, the ball is now in the middle of the field. The ball comes now to 3-year-old. 3-year-old looks around. She beats woman and puts it to determine what she making the does. First, I'm telling you, the ball has been taken away from the 3 years old. Guess who picks up the ball? The 18-year-old just picked up the ball. The 18-year-old supposed to be an adult and is telling the 3-year-old, who are your parents? This is the culture. Tell your mom and your dad that we have plans for you to go to early learning institution. They don't have to worry. I know times are hard right now. Your mom doesn't work. Your pop doesn't work because the economy is bad. But this is what we can do. The 3-year-old has been removed from the home, folks. Guess what? The ball gets in the hands of the 44 years old. The 44 years old is an older woman who knows better. She's moving deep down the field. She sends it far downfield. Then the ball comes back to the 15-year-old. The ball has been intercepted, and the ball comes to the game comes to a momentary standstill. Guess what? There's a guy who's supposed to be a bystander, but because he saw this 15 years old, he went straight to the 44-year-old woman and said, you know what? I want to send that lady to school. So the 44-year-old listened to him. And guess what? This guy is called Uncle Pete. And Uncle Pete is the man of all counties. He's married, has a wife, but he saw this 15 years old girl, and he just spoke with the 44-year-old woman and said, you know what? I need to make sure that this 15-year-old girl goes to school. So the 44-year-old woman said, you know what, Uncle Pete, I will trust this lady in your hand. Uncle Pete, the man of many counties, the man who lied today, only to find out that he deleted his video, picks up this 15-year-old girl, and he's in the car with this young girl. They are driving. He asks the young girl, where are you going? The young girl tells him, I am going to Freetown. And he says to this girl, we can stop to Cape Mount first. And they continue and stop to Cape Mount. Guess what happened? It got dark. They got into Cape Mount, and Pete M. Cook, the man of all counties, is telling this young lady, it's late now, we can't go to Freetown, so you will spend a night here. And the lady is telling him, I got my sisters and brothers. And Pete Cook is asking this lady, how many sisters and brothers you have? And this lady is telling, this young lady, 15 years old, is telling Pete, I got 3 brothers and 2 sisters. 3 brothers, my sister, and myself. He said, you'll come. They enter this town in Cape Mount called Tala. And people, you'll be surprised. They got adjusted, got situated, and Pete Coat, the man with the gray hair that lied today, last night, the gray hair, Pete Coat, that deleted his video today. He said, I want to sleep with you. The girl said, well, small child. Today, Pete Court is 72 years old, folks. Come in. Folks, Pete Court is 72 years old. He just said that today that he's 72 years old. 1990. How old was Pete Court? Hey man, you're listening to the thing here, man. Pete Court, 1990. How old you were? The young lady is 45 years old today. 1990, was she about 45, 46? So Pete Court, are you trying to justify that you slept with her and she told you said she was 19 years old? But if she was 15 years old in 1990, and today you are telling us that you're 72 years old. Pete Court, the men of all counties, what right do you have to talk against rape? That's why we got the Temple of Justice behind us tonight. And Pete Court went on to say, oh, Ashford got it, come here and show, and he want me to pay money. Pete Court, between you, myself, and God, the first time you appear on the show, after I heard this from Prince Dober and Ralston, I said, I want you to clear your side. I never asked you for a dime. And you appeared on my show, Pete Court, for free. You didn't pay me a dime. After the show, you requested. You said, Ashford, we need a part 2. We need a part 2 of this show. I said, but part 2 will cost, because when you request a show, I charge people. You don't go to Amazon, you don't go to Walmart and get 13 and walk out. You pay, right? This is my career. You work at finance before. They pay you on time. Why making you come on my show and you don't want to pay anything? So Pete Court said, Ashford, how much you charge? I said, I charge $150 an hour. 2 hours at $300, because 1 hour will be you and said talking. The next hour, people will call in and start asking. Ask people who appear on the show before. You think my first time asking for money? Ask George Lobo. Ask Wisner. Ask Amin Modar. Ask all the people that came on the show before. They pay to come on my show for 25, 28 years to 30 years in this business. I'm tired working for free. I have trained some people and they have been so ungrateful they never came to say, Ashford, thank you for the training. So you think the lights that you see on here, the production that you see, the software that I have, the internet, you think that free? You think you will come on my show? You my pa brother, Pete Court, for you to come on my show, and when I ask you to pay, then you tell me, say, Ashford gotta be damn. If I didn't pay the money, I will not come on the show. Hell yeah, you are damn right. Because there are people that came on the show before, they say, Ashford, I'll pay you. They leave the show, they never call by and pay me a dime. And I was now waiting with you, a damn rapist, to come on my show and didn't pay me. Guess what, folks? Pete deleted his video today. You know why he deleted the video? Because when he was on the air, I went on there and asked him and said, Pete, bring me on. He didn't want to bring me on. And I said to him, I said, Pete, listen. People know that I charge. More Ali, when they come on my show, More Ali with the COP, they raise a lot of money. You ain't got budget there for the COP for media. You think More Ali will come on my show and talk for free? When Alex Toy, who wants to be a secretary for Unity Party, he came. Guess what? Alex Toy and George Lobo asked them. They paid $400 to appear on my show. When I'm gonna leave my real work to come on here and get talk for free, and you can't pay. Does that make sense? You're real people. Listen, Pete Cook is a rapist. If you can sleep with a 15-year-old and claim that they get agreed for you to play 30, they get agreed even though your wife are in the other room, but y'all want to play. Listen, then you say they get, you say she was 19 years old. Pete, if you are a real man, why you deleted your video today? I never deleted any of the videos that we had. Pete. This very influential person, Honor Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, impregnated a 14 and a half years old girl. He's calling me now to stop talking. I will not stop talking. When you come to invest in Liberia, when people call you to invest in Liberia, where do you go in terms of investment? My people, they're raping business, sleeping with our small sisters, our small brothers. Even the one that just took power, George Weah, and his people then who just took power. They didn't even know the left and the right. Somebody go to them and say, I need scholarship to go to school. And you telling the little girl, say, I need you to sleep with me. If you can't sleep with me, you will not get scholarship. Amen. Where is the legacy? Do you have to sleep with this little child before you help this little child for school? You got men sleeping with men. You're so desperate till you're sleeping with small children then. All the big women then around you ain't see them. That small children in your see. Amen. This is not fair for Liberia. This is not fair for the people of Liberia. Mr. President, I want you to please take the lead. The rape situation in the country is bad. You can't leave this rape situation. I don't know when the recording was done. I am not going to come here. Me as a journalist, I have to do my research. I don't know when the recording was done. But Mr. President, if you say you were busy, why you were doing? When people reach out to you and said, Mr. President, this is going on. We need you to come and say something. And you said you were busy. Why rather you were doing, Mr. President, and you didn't show up to answer the few questions from our sisters and brothers who are hurting in terms of rape? And to the opposition, the political leaders, some of you in the opposition, you got social girls showing you ain't got boy child. Better now you ain't got boy child. Or better now you train like girls. Why better now you couldn't stand in front of the rape organization and go to the mansion to say, George Weah, I want to talk to you. Joseph Boyka got daughter. Alexander Kumi got daughter. All these people in the opposition, all got girl child. Why you couldn't go to tell George Weah, say, come? You know, if George Weah had seen all of you people, I think he would have changed his mind. But he never did that. He never did that. Then you want to make it seem like if you ain't care for you. Mariah Seaton, you're in Liberia. I want you to tell us some of the good things that are happening in Liberia and the bad things that are happening in Liberia. Peter Cote. Back to the field of play. The buck on the Pico. Pico beats one and puts it over the table where he make it. No, he doesn't. Pico sends it far down for 12-year-old. 12-year-old by the Pico. Pico by the 12-year-old to 15-year-old. Pico say, I shaking now. The 15-year-old girl, yeah, I think she correct. Back to Pico. Pico puts it far downfield. Where you making the hit, doesn't? Pico. What kind of conversation you can have with a 15-year-old? Today you're 72 years old. And you know, for people to come on and say Ashford Garley was trying to set him up. I am not in that business of setting people up. Let me tell you, who doesn't know that I don't charge people to come on my show? People, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Do not blame me because you raped a 15-year-old girl in 1990. You know what Pico told this girl? Pico told the girl, say, if you don't sleep with me, I will tell the rebels that you can't get. They will not only kill you, they will kill your brothers and sisters, they will kill your entire family. So this young lady at age 15 allowed Pico to sleep with her. Pico slept with her. They got belly. Today, they have a 26 or 29-year-old son. Guess what? Pico said to me last night and the night before that he spoke to his son 3 weeks ago. Are you surprised? Pico said today on his own platform that if anybody knows the whereabouts of his son, please let him know. Guess what happened 20 minutes later? Pico deleted the entire video on his show. This is the man who called Pico. You are 72 years old today. You brag about being a player. Pico said to me, Ashford, you said you don't charge $150 per come on your show, but it will not be the only time. I will send you money all the time. But let us put this behind us. I am not the type of person to post up behind me, Pico. Let me tell you, my cousin from Hong Kong was on there and he heard you. I don't recall people. I've been in this business for 25 to almost 30 years. When I even think about recording something unknown to you, I can't sleep at night. I don't even know how to sleep at night. Pico, but you were on record today that you secretly recorded me. And then when you had the opportunity last night, you didn't play the recording. Today, you said, I am going to play the tape of Ashford Garley. You didn't play that. You said, just when you were about to play the tape, the people call you and say, Pico, stop it, don't play the tape. Now, who's telling the truth? Pico, you collected tax at finance ministry. I started off as a DJ. Today, I'm a journalist. I'm from the school of ELBC. I went to one of the best radio and television schools in the world, in America. Integrity. You don't recall people unknown to them. It doesn't auto all well for you and anybody. Pico, you need help. This young girl, you slept her when she was 15 and a half years old in Liberia. 30 years ago. Today you are 72 years old, Pico. You do the math. They are coming after you. Your only defense is the girl changed your name. So because you changed your name, you think when they do the DNA of the ball and you and they find that you were the father, they will go to find out how old this boy or this lady was. This is a rape. You raped this young lady. And today you are talking about being an advocate? Yasendi, Hawa Meshka, Pazawiya, all of you rape advocates. Why are you people not calling on Pico to come to talk about himself? Listen, I'm a businessman. I am not an advocate. I'm Ashford Garley, a businessman. My business, British Radio Africa, is registered in America and in Liberia. I help people. They didn't appreciate it, so I decided to do business. When you come on my show, you will pay. And I do charge you to come on my show. If I call you, you are not obligated to pay. Except anything God lay on your heart. But when you call me and say, Ashford, I want to come on your show, you better assure that you will be asked to pay. And that's what we do. Amen. Ask Martin Colley. When Martin Colley appeared on my show, somebody paid $300 for Martin Colley to be on my show. When George Lobo appeared on my show, George Lobo paid $400. Well, because of George Lobo and Alex Toy, the guy who wants to be the Secretary General of Unity Party. They all pay money. When I'm supposed to leave my real job and come here and just sit down on my butt for 2-3 hours. When you go to Walmart, you don't just take the goods and walk away. When you call Best Buy or Amazon, you don't take the goods and walk away. Oh, so that Ashford guy, that stupid man, you just come and talk. I sat on my butt for 2-3 hours, and you just walk away. Does that make sense? I have Ida Gonklo coming on tomorrow. You think I'm free? She come and sit down here. Tai one way came on this show. You think I'm free? He sat down here. Eh? You show some type of respect to people, man. You know what? I think I should open up the telephone lines before I go home tonight, and just have some people, because you know my sister then was vet, a Diamond Kennedy. They all were vet last night. You know, we can't come on. I one thing I was wrong. Listen, I didn't do that on purpose. So tonight, just before I leave, let me open the telephone line. But let me tell you, if this young lady is not your crowd, what kind of conversation you can have with an 11-year-old girl when you are 42? Pete called you at 72 years old today, and you are still trying to justify. Hey, my people, your ass Pete that code. Pete code why he deleted his video today. Who doesn't know that Ashford the giant got a charge for the car? You think you don't work for free? Eh? When you go to the Chinese store, when you go to the hall to rent equipment, to have your program, you don't do it free? If you get too much free thing, you don't respect people. And I will continue to charge people on my show, because you know what? I've been in this thing for over 25, 30 years. I work hard for this. My equipment was normal just a little over a week ago. You never had me for 1.5 weeks. I'm in a brand new studio. And the studio is even better than what it was. You think I told to build the studio? You ever saw me doing GoFundMe? You ever saw me asking people, say, oh, yeah, get cash out, my studio breakdown. I ain't get this, I ain't get that. You didn't go back. We don't know Zoom anyone. Yeah, back the boat to die. Are you ready for that rack build a studio? You the Chris? I just opened up the telephone line, folks. 248-979-1718. Your hate for George Weah, your hate for the people of Liberia. Let me tell you, if the CPP, if the people who find themselves in the opposition, if you don't put your act together, let me tell you, we all would be in our adequate team, senior citizen age, and Joe Weah will still be president, because you ain't let each other. Joseph Boyka ain't let Bernard Ure ain't let Alexander Cummings. Cummings does not let Ure. They're all fighting among themselves. If you can put your act together, George Weah will be president for a long time. Let me tell you now. And I'm not a fan of George Weah. I don't support CDC. I don't support the CPP and all these people there. I'm here. But if you can't put your act together to do something to unseat George Weah, who is already not doing anything good for the country, you're still on inside. You see, I come still on here. Yep. I'm a camp people in Tapo. I beg here. You're on your own. Hello.
Hello, Ashford Adamo.
Tamo, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
How you doing? Yeah, I wanted to talk yesterday to Uncle Pete, concerning the rape case.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that the girl told him that she was 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, and before he did it again, or before he stepped with the girl said she was 19, and it was a blatant lie.
Thank you.
Because no old man in Liberia, I was in Liberia before, when they old people they want you, they don't ask you for your age. So what Peter Cole will come from and ask the girl before I sleep with you or before I date you, what is your age? That was a lie. And from his body language, you could know that he was lying. Because he was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable, and he started getting so agitated. If you know you're not guilty, if you know that the girl, she was 19 years old at that time, so why are you uncomfortable? Why are you saying that he recorded your voice? So when he recorded your voice, the law in America, I don't know, but in the state of Virginia, you don't record anybody unknowing to them. You have to tell them that you recorded them. So when he take it to the court, the judge will not even accept it. And he said he was going to take your recording to the court. So what your recording have to do with his case? Exactly. I really don't know why he was dragging you in his, his rape matter. He raped the girl and he abandoned his son. Then he was so comfortable to talking about his son as Zoko. Man.
And do you know that today he did a show and later on deleted the show? Guess what he said during the show? He said, if anybody knows the whereabouts of my son, you please let me know.
Oh, but he told you on the show that he spoke to his son 3 weeks ago.
Thank you. That the same Pete Cole were asking if anybody knows the whereabouts of his son. Come on.
Oh, so that means he was just lying yesterday when he was talking to you. Because he told you that he spoke to his son living with one woman, and the woman and son brought his son in the house because his son was Ace or Zoko, and the woman, and he spoke to the woman. Then the woman said, oh, your son was on the street. And he said, how would be in America helping other people children? Exactly like what Peter Cole said. I would be helping other people children and my son would be Zoko. He said he spoke to his son. So why today he looking for his son? He's a liar.
This is not the first time where Pete Cole has been involved in rape. This man needs to be examined. I mean, the man is very evil. For you to do this kind of thing and come to make it seem that the family members are lying on you, this is absurd. And
he said, he said that he didn't know the sister. The sister said, Peter, you know me? He said, no, I don't know you. Then later on, when you asking, that he said, yes, she was small. I think I remember her face. Really?
Thank you, sis. Thank you so much, man. Enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Hello, caller. Tell us your name. Hello. Hello, it's a two. Hello? Yeah, what is your name?
Yeah, I'm Samuel.
Where are you calling from, Samuel?
I'm calling from Cape Verde. I'm a Liberian calling from Cape Verde.
Okay, listen to the phone. Please don't listen to the receiver. You're Liberian calling from Cape Verde. Go ahead, make your point. What is your name? You're live. Go ahead, make your point.
Yeah. I'm Samuel. Yeah, thank you very much. What I want to talk about is concerning what you just said about Liberian are not together. Our country, we have never been observing the attitude of Liberia. There are a lot of people who are so wicked in our nation. I don't know who you call Peter Cole, but it's just today that I'm following your show, So there are people in Liberia just raping every day. One time I saw on social media, I saw a pastor rape a 3-month-old baby. It's very bad. So anybody that caught in the act of rape in our country, let it be prosecuted. Let the government pass a law. Let those people go in prison, because our children, and one of the problems again that causing the rape in Liberia, I know about this. A lot of young girls will go in video club and they send their children to go sell. You send your child to go sell, your child go as far as Douala Market. You know what is going on with your child? Somebody will call your child and say, come on, buy all the market from you. The person take your child and get your child in some kind of house and harm your child. So women in Liberia need to take precaution of their children. You understand? If there are girls on Facebook in Liberia, I get a lot of them on my page. They ask me where you live in. I say I live in Beacon. I say I'm going to visit you. Do you know me? You don't know the kind of person I am, and you won't visit because you see me on Facebook. So women need to be careful of themselves. Let them be careful of themselves. Start sending your late child to go sell. You are endangering that child, like abuse. So women need to be careful. And secondly, what I want to talk about is Liberia. There are so much hate in our country. People just hating each other. You go on Facebook, you see people fighting. That's in Liberia. They're fighting among themselves. There is no unity. There is no love. People used to say normal daytime Liberia were good people, but we're not seeing it from the old people. Even the older people, they're against each other. One time I saw on Facebook, the older women accepting breasts to go protest. I saw it on Facebook. I saw the video. You older woman, you accept breasts to go protest. What are you doing for your children? So we need to understand that all these things that happen into our country, the older people are also involved, not the young people. Because what the younger people doing today, they're learning from the old people.
Thank you. Thank you,
all right, sir.
Thank you. All right. And the telephone number is 248-979-1718. And P code you are in your habit of telling people they will not get gray hair like you. Okay? That your habit of telling people they will not get gray hair just like you. You need to stop that. You need to change your attitude. You're 72 years old. You're still chasing underage girls. This nonsense has got to stop. When somebody disagrees with you, you say, "Oh, you're not late to see my age. I get this, I get that." You couldn't even afford what I asked you to pay on my program. Who doesn't even know that I charge people to come on show? You tell you to work for free. When you work at finance ministry, they are paying, you are working for free and you are getting paid. So you see the people on CNN now, the people on MSNBC, they're all working for free. They all get paid. For you to come on and tell me, say, "Oh, the man charged me." When you come on here to work for free, eh? Nonsense. Lofa Julius, welcome to the show, my brother.
So now, because you got the biggest platform, you bring your all the rapists.
Oh man, I ain't got no big platform. I beg you, I ain't got no big platform.
So now you got the biggest platform. So you bring out all the rapists. You tell all the people's stories, all our little secret was had in the back. You're bringing it out and exposing us.
Lofa, I didn't know anything about StreamYard until you told me about StreamYard, my brother. And you know how grateful I have been. I've asked you about everything in terms of IT. Look, listen, there are a lot of people who have been in the business, like, longest, like me, but they don't know where to start from. But for you to come and help me, Lofa, I appreciate you for what you've done.
No, but
and continue to do,
I mean, I appreciate you. Honestly, like I said, I appreciate you for the work you're doing. And I tell everybody else who I have been able to render whatever little assistance to in our Liberian community, that the work that we do in order to reform or transform our country is what really matters. So thanks to all of you guys, all of us who have been contributing, even those who don't have the platform to express themselves, but come on these different platforms to contribute in whatever way. I think we should just be appreciated. But this nonsense about biggest platform and not biggest platform is just charade. Let me say this to you, and you and I had this conversation in the back. Ain't a single person over here I'm afraid of. And I will say this like I said it. I tell Sister Cindy and I tell everybody else the same nonsense. That nonsense people running around, we're talking about, I got the biggest platform, is who have made a lot more impact. What is the influence? This is what honestly people should be focused on. That biggest platform nonsense. We got kids getting ripped every day. And nothing is happening. Our president is sitting over there making music about something else. And nobody is talking about it. And people here talking about, I got the biggest platform and I got this. You undermining each other. Come on, bro. You're bigger than this. To be honest with you, you are way bigger than this. So you even come out here and address some of these things. When it comes to the issue of Barrett, I 100% support you addressing it tonight. All right. If Uncle Pete claimed that if he's innocent, let him come out and prove himself innocent. All right. Let him prove himself innocent of it. But the other issue about the biggest platform and all that nonsense, I don't pay attention to that crap, because you know what? We focus on how much influence, the same way Liberians have always been doing. They would tell some of us, I have always been in this Liberian politics. I've been in Liberian politics. What level of change? How much have you impacted? You've been in Liberian politics since you were born. How much have you impacted the country or the political arena? Is what actually justifies how long you've been there. You've been there for so long and shown no change. Who cares? I don't care. The man can be born today, and once he can be, when he's able to exhibit that level of tolerance and impact change in our society, we will hail you. We will support you to the fullest. So that nonsense people doing, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing keep doing the Liberian.
But Lofa, just before you go,
yeah,
what do you make of Pete that says to this girl that if you can't have sex with me, I will tell the rebels that you are a crown girl. And this time the girl was 15 and a half, 16 years old. He was in her 40s. Today he's 1990. Today he's 72. So you do the math. You're asking somebody to have sexual relations with you. And this guy confessed on my show 2 nights ago that, Ashford, she myself are playing around. And she liked me, I like her.
Playing around with a 15-year-old?
50,
playing around a 15-year-old?
15-year-old, yeah.
With a 15-year-old girl? Now, you know what? To be honest with you, like I'm not even going, I don't want to listen to, because like I said, I am an advocate for women and children. Pete Cole needs to come out here and tell us what he did. If Pete Cole was part of this, he needs to shut his mouth. You see, that's some of the reason why we say those who pretend to be in the fun or in the fight for justice are literally the people who are literally impacting or inflicting more wounds. Dude, playing around? Are you serious? I did not listen to the show.
Why does he still call himself an advocate?
That's a question, because people don't understand what advocacy is in our Liberian community or in our society as a whole. Advocacy is a way or means of people gaining recognition. They don't understand what advocacy is. They don't understand that when you advocate, you fight for the innocent people, even when you cannot afford a bottle of water. You still fight for the words of those who cannot speak for themselves to be heard. They don't understand it. Other people use this platform or this means to gain recognition. And this is some of the reason why you hear all of these people coming, I'm an advocate, I'm an advocate. Today you're advocate, tomorrow you're compromised. Yesterday you were advocate, the day before you were compromised. You're not an advocate. Those who have done these things before, we followed their path and we have seen what they were able to do. Okay, Martin Luther King had the opportunity to join or be a part of government, but he refused. So when people who are willing to take $25,000, $30,000 and shut their mouth or support a specific institution for a certain time, then later you come and claim to be an advocate, you're not an advocate. Okay, you're a grievance seeker. That's who you are. And Pete Cole should not be counting himself as an advocate until he can come out here publicly and make it clear that he is literally distanced from the accusation that is coming on him right now. So that nonsense, don't call Pete or Uncle Pete or however he is an advocate. Call him the man from all the counties, like he referred to himself.
Thank you.
Yeah, please don't.
Thank you.
Please don't. Yeah, bro, please. But for now, let me just say this to you. We appreciate your work you're doing. And don't come out here trying to compete with this. I got the biggest platform nonsense. It's not the biggest platform. It's the influence or the impact you make in the society that matters. So you got the biggest platform right now. So keep doing what you're doing. You got our support, folks.
Thank you, brother.
All right?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. That's the voice of Lofa Julius. You claim to be an advocate, but you're going after a case who are 15 years old and all that good stuff. This nonsense has got us a Pete Cole. I think you should stop advocating. And for those of the people who claim to be advocates, you heard about Pete Cole. Pete Cole did not deny. He didn't lie. He said, yes, I slept with this lady. Okay. He claimed that the lady said she was 19 years old in 1990. When the lady's older sister said, hey, I was not even 19 years old. Pete Cole came after me first. I didn't want to be bothered with him, and he went after my little sister. When my little sister refused, he said if the girl didn't have sex with him, he will call the rebel and say she's a crying girl and will kill her entire family. Let us go back to the telephone line. Hello, Miss Ines.
How are you, Mr. Garley? Thank you for the show. The afternoon it's different that you came on today. I know you most of the time on Sunday you resting, but the uncle 15 year, my brother, it just hard to talk. You can tell the man, he's not no advocate. People use their different names just to be able to hide their identity. You can tell that the man is not even a real advocate. You can tell the man mouth can finish for small young girls on Facebook, making proud. The man can finish for in the girl and this whole day. He called it out once. I said, you don't come on Facebook and cause each other, yeah, and do that. What kind of Uncle P? Any man you see there making people to call you Uncle P, they are raper. There are people there who go after little young girls there. Okay, they kind of people there and I experience something like in my life. My own mama enter hospital. I left for them to go to school. I mean, make me to call him uncle, and in the night he won't come. He called me. He want to test me. I have to tell my auntie. She didn't believe me. I have to run away from the people's house and leave that place in Queensway and go way in single to my sister to go hard there because I didn't want nobody to come mess me up. Those kind of people, they're happening right now as we speak. As we speak right now, it happening in Liberia. They're old men living for America. They're going to Liberia when they have a little girl. It happened in my shoes. My niece, okay, she was 16 years old. A 60-year-old man leave from here one day. But my brother, they told they got property a bar. They put them two in bar when they will not show them up because they feel they put them move from here, they get money, and they won't live good. They want for the children to live better, allow the children to go behind the old men. That's what they're doing. It's happening. And that boy said, which the hold the women responsible to, they hold our mothers and responsible because they are the one, because of property, they agree that things will happen to their children and they shut their body. They're not talking. So we have to bombard them too, not just Uncle P alone. We have to bombard the people them too. So thank you so much.
Thank you, my sister. Back to the field of play, folks. I'm telling you this afternoon that the SKD Sports Home Black, the ball came to Uncle P. Uncle P is woman to 13-year-old. 13-year-old back to Uncle P to 15-year-old. 15-year-old say I tire. He said no. Tell you man, you man say I hear your uncle. Uncle P said no. And he's saying you 15-year-old now. Your uncle will know that if you can't come, don't tell your pal, don't tell your mom, because if you tell your brother, then I will tell them say you crying woman. Then the rebel don't come will kill all of you. You better can't give me what I want. At the end of the day, Uncle P had his will, and today there's a child called Philip. Uncle P has not been in the life of this child. He lied on this show that 3 weeks ago he spoke to the child. Only to find out today that Uncle P said, the so-called Uncle P said, if anybody that knows the whereabouts of Philip, yo, please let me know. I won't be in his life. I got the best of cars. I drive the best of this. Pete Cole. The thing you playing with, you will get it. Hello, caller.
Yeah, my name is A.B. Clay. I'm calling from Minnesota.
You live on the radio. Go ahead and make your point.
Yeah, Mr. Garley, I listened to your show yesterday. You know, where I was sitting, my blood was just boiling. It just like, you know, I just wanted to reach across the table where this guy was, which is choking to death. Let me tell you, I am going through the same situation. My little brother in Liberia, he's a police officer, and we had this relative of ours who came to live with us because our father, you know, knew the family, and our father gave the woman a room. Her husband raped my little brother's daughter. We took the girl for test. He was lying all along. We took the girl for test, and the test proved that, yeah, even in the girl, it's too graphic. Yes, the guess was 13 and a half. In the girl anus, and he ripped the girl so much for so long, for so many times. So the mother came from somewhere one day, and the little sister said, "Oh, my older sister is in there." So they called the girl, and shoot again. So the girl went and confessed to her father, said, "Oh yeah, this is what happened." My little brother called me. My little brother in the police. I'm telling you this.
Wow.
Right now tonight, I'm about to go to jail. I want to kill this man.
Don't kill him.
I said, no, don't do it. Yes, in the morning, I was crying. I was just in my car when my brother told me I was shedding tears. But right now, this guy has been behind bars for the last 1 year and a half, 2 years. The wife is begging her, the family is begging her, telling her, say, we should free him. I told him that man would die in jail. That man's a monster. He's a killer. He doesn't deserve to come outside. Yeah, he done it to that little girl, but the rest of the people that in that yard, we want to save the little girl for him. So he's in jail, and I'm going to Liberia in December. Probably the kids might come in December. I'm going there. I'm going to look in his face. You know, so you see, these people. There's so much of these people in Liberia right now. There's so much of these things going on every corner in Monrovia, in Liberia, where the old men just, take advantage of these little kids and just rip them.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Hello.
Man.
We have to put pressure on our people out there, because what happens? The thing is, they want to do it family way. Like, oh no. So
thank you.
We who came to America and understand the gravity of these crimes. We have to tell our people, look, you people shouldn't agree. Let the people go face justice.
Thank you.
Let them go to jail.
Thank you.
In that way, the other people will stop.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Mr. Garley.
Thank you. And Mr. President, you are the feminist in chief. They are raping our little sisters and little brothers. Okay, and I don't have the fact, but when I noticed there was a song released about those who want to get involved in the beauty pageant, when you're not concerned about what is happening in the country, Mr. President, come on. That body people do, they say, send the boat people giving us hard time. Let us just put somebody there. We have George Weah as president of the country. You claim to be the feminine in chief. They are raping people, our younger sisters. In some instances, they are raping our younger brothers. I know you don't like to talk, but every once in a while, even if once a week, Mr. President, you can come out to say something. Leadership is the key. When you speak and be real about what you say, people will listen to you, Mr. President. Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you call from.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Mr. Garley, how are you?
Good.
This is Leo calling from Minnesota.
Hey, Leo. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I kind of follow your show and kind of got interesting, talking about what is taking place in Liberia, what is unfolding. And I appreciate you, most especially when you talk about the government role that they need to play, in trying to pull the stop to the rich stuff that's taking place in the country. And which I applaud you for that a whole lot. And then concerning Uncle Pete, I see that you kind of focus on Uncle Pete. So to me, my question here is that, is it like something personal? Because, and so even though it may be something that he did, but is it like something personal with Uncle Pete, or are you trying to fetch all of those people who are involved in those things?
Brother, I don't know if you follow the story. Okay?
Yeah.
Uncle Pete, according to what we heard from the siblings of this young lady in question, Uncle Pete is from Cape Mount. Now, the siblings of this young lady, they were all transitioning from Cape Mount to Freetown. Now, when they got in Cape Mount, Uncle Pete decided to befriend this young lady. At the time, she was 15 and a half, approaching 16 years. Uncle Pete is now 72 years old. And this happened in 1990. So you do the math. Uncle P requested sexual favors from this lady. In the event where she refused, he said to her, if you don't have sex with me, I will tell the NPFL rebels that you are a crown lady. Not only will they kill you, but they will kill your brothers and sisters. So she had no choice but to allow Uncle P, the so-called Uncle P, to sleep with her. Today, they have a son that is 25, almost 30 years old. So I don't know Uncle P from anywhere. I'm just going according to the story. Uncle P did not say he didn't sleep with her. He said, yes, my wife was there. I slept with a young lady, but the lady told me that she was 19 years old. Uncle P also came on here and said, but in fact, after we she was like, she was loving to ECOMO, she was loving to assistant minister. That does not mean that the lady of age. You live in America, my brother.
Yeah.
If a young lady come to you and say, I'm 20 years old, and you go and have sexual relation with her, come to find out that she's on her age. You say she told me she's 20 years old, and in reality when she was 16.
No,
I have nothing against Uncle P, bro. Yeah. This is a story.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because because the reason that I asked here, because I was kind of thinking maybe you're trying to fetch all of those people who are involved in those things, and not just singling out Uncle P to say, okay.
Uncle P himself said, yeah, he and the girl were laughing. He said the girl told him, she was 19 years old. When the girl older sister said, in fact, 19, I was not even 19 years old. How Uncle P can say my sister was 19 years old? Uncle P went to her older sister first. And she said, no, I didn't want to be better with him. Then he went to my little sister. And the brother came online and said, Uncle P, look in my face and tell me, say, you never raped my little sister. They tried to talk it the family way. Former Minister of Information, Getawe, is all involved. They're not secret. You think this is a joke?
So that means to me now, right? I mean, so that means you will be fetching out those people who are involved in those kind of a behavior, right?
My man, the people on the show last night, and everybody who is involved in the thing here, my man, I'm not perfect, man. When my hair cut, when my woman being with something, and look, una library when you can do the thing here. When you get very you meet him with something, you meet with something, I'm going outside. I can tell anybody that. You meet with something, I'm going outside. I'm telling you.
Okay. Ashford, thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Ali. I get it clear.
Okay. Now I know it. I saw your problem. Yeah, good night. I don't care how the man misbehave. The man bring child outside. You fell to the man, you want to get that man something. Sorry for the man, smart get him something. Because you don't get that man something, the man will go outside. And because they ain't give you something, I mean when you go outside, you must go after small children. Go after your equal. Don't go after small children. What kind of nonsense is this? What kind of conversation you can have with a 12-year-old or 15-year-old? You want to rest up to do something? What kind of nonsense is that? You are sick. Folks, I'm afraid that's all the time I have to be with you. God willing. Tomorrow I am playing host to senatorial aspirant Mrs. Edith Gonklo Ware. She wants to be Senator of Lima County. She's my special guest tomorrow night. Until then, folks, please allow me to borrow the wordings of the wise man. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. The height of a man is never known until he rises. I said I won't go to people calling again. Let me get to the one call. Maybe it's not happening. But they told nothing. I'll call it. Hello, caller. Tell us your name. Where you call from?
Hey, Ashford. This is Jeff from Minnesota.
Jeff, how you doing, my brother? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing good. How are you, brother?
My man, say when God bless you, don't say that medicine. Go ahead, make your point. You're live on the radio.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for having me. I just wanted to address a couple issues.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, so with the situation with Uncle Pete, I could tell that he was a little bit guilty because he was jumping all over the place, and just his demeanor and everything told me that he was guilty. He took advantage of the little girl, and that was very unfair. But I also want to address the issue with Costa. So the recording you played, Costa did not really say anything bad about you in that recording, unless he told this guy and the guy related that information to you. But according to the recording that I listened to, Costa did not say anything negative about you. All he said was that I want to have the same program that Ashford has. I don't think anything is wrong with him and wanting the same program that you have. So if you want to address that issue, that would be great.
Well, the thing here is, I interviewed somebody, all right, and Costa came on his show and said, I said something about you, and you went to the other platform and have the person on his platform to talk to you. But you know, I got the biggest platform. There's nowhere you will go to make yourself free. If it is not true me, then it's not going to be anything that people won't listen to. The fact remains that he, according to him, he was the man, the only guy. You know. So I hope you followed in the drift. Did you get my drift?
Yeah, I understand. But
Okay, maybe you didn't listen to you didn't listen to that particular show, but I mean, it was a time where he was going after this person. He was going after them so hard, and he was being a little selective. I said, listen, if you're gonna have to deal with everybody, then deal with them in the same way. You can't come up and say this person is better than the other person when they're all involved in the same stuff. And then he went on to say, listen, if you can't go through me, you are wasting your time because I am the only guy on the planet that people listen to. I hope I explain myself.
Yeah,
Is that understood?
I did not listen to that.
Okay, you didn't listen to that. Okay, my brother. Enjoy the rest of the night. Okay?
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you join us from tonight.
Hey, my big brother Ashford. This is Anthony Gay calling from Pennsylvania.
Young brother, I win.
Oh, dear, no, young brother.
What they know, Muzu, and they want you mad double to Jayo, are you ready? Wapo.
Oh, no, picking on that. No,
what are you? No, what are you? So you know, sometimes you got to gesture off your chest. It didn't mean that you got hit in your heart for anybody. You know, Costa my picking. You know, I love the young man. You know, I spent almost $10,000 just between June of last year to April of this year on COP. I disagree with most of the things that COP does. You know, and to be honest with you, I'm regretting now why I spend that kind of money on COP. But it doesn't mean I hate Costa. That's Costa. That's what he wants to do. I don't go asking Costa for a favor. I spend my own money. I work hard in this country and spend my own money. You know? But go ahead, Anthony.
I didn't listen to that excerpt of what you alluding to, but what I can say today is that, you know, sometimes when you're behind the microphone, some things can come out. And out of the ordinary, and you know, when you reflect sometimes, it's always good for me when I have my own podcast. I watch my own podcast and my wife be laughing. I said, I'm watching my own podcast to learn from my own thing that I said. Some things I may have said, you know, may not have sound right or may not have sound the way I intended to. And so that's why I always rewatch my own podcast so I can learn from it. But I did not, you know, listen to that particular episode.
Now,
so
one of the things that you need to know here is when I'm laying down by my partner or my significant other, I'm a different person. When I get behind the microphone, I am completely a different person. So things that will come out that they would not even believe. But it doesn't mean that I'm telling things that are not true. When I'm behind this microphone, I'm a totally different person. This is a gift from God. Nobody can take this from me. Some people will try to slow me down. But whatever sin that I would need to get me back on the radio or on the air, nobody can take it from me. Only God can take this from me. More glad you are.
That's true.
More glad you are.
You got that radio voice. But let me speak to something, you know, for which I called. It really baffled me the way in which most of our men, and I'm saying most of our men from Liberia, the way in which they are handling the whole rape issue. Like I've been seeing some posts and comment statements on Facebook from men that I thought knew and understood societal ill. Like somebody wrote on Facebook by saying, but how many of us ever had a consensual sex the first time? I'm like, hello? Did you just write that? Did somebody hack your account? Another person wrote, posted, pictures of girl in bikini and the booty shot and whatnot. Posted on Facebook and said, "Oh, I'm against rape. All form of rape is wrong, but indecent, dressing also causes rape." I'm like, seriously? What is the correlation? Does a woman dress code now causing her to be raped? And that conversation got almost 200 plus comments. I could not fathom the fact that men in Liberia and some of who live in developed countries stating things like that kind. I think something very wrong with our country. Rape of any form is wrong, and anyone who tries to justify why someone was raped, you are complicit. Simple. You are complicit. The woman dress code should not provoke you for you to rape her. If that is the case, then the new beaches in Florida and other parts of the United States, all the women supposed to be raped there.
Oh yeah,
they are completed new.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
You talk about dress code. Most men in Liberia, soon they get to they just feel that they get a woman now. Soon they see 6 months to they mean they get a woman. They won't even ask for age. For Pete Cole to come and say they get 26, she was 19 years. That girl did not tell Pete Cole. I swear to everything. That young lady did not tell Pete Cole that she was 19 years old. He saw a small girl with tete and hardcore. He left from behind a woman who could no longer make him come. He wanted somebody to make him come. That's why he went after that little girl.
I can't go that far. But the biggest said that I was on P's show today and I kept asking the question.
Guess why? You were on his show today. Guess why? He deleted that show. You know why he deleted that show?
Oh,
because, yes, go on his page, rather, you will never see that show. He deleted that show because I went on there and said, P, who does not know that I'll charge people to come on my show? You see, I get to work for free. You know how many people I help to be where they are? There are a lot of people who are on the social media today that came personally for me to help them. They never pick up phone and tell me thank you. So based on that, I said, when I come on now, I will ask you to pay. And when I said that, P deleted that show. Because he went and said, oh, Ashford, I say, if I don't pay that 1 year, I will not go on the show. Do you go to Amazon? Do you go to Best Buy? Do you go to Walmart and get 13 and walk away? Don't you pay for those things? So because you don't respect Liberian people, we don't put any value on the thing that we do. You think that small thing to sit down on your behind for 2-3 hours to talk? You see that small thing? I'm supposed to be to work. But if I leave my real way and come here and sit down, I'm supposed to work for free. So Pete deleted that show. If you find that show that Pete did today, don't ever respect me. Go ahead, Anthony.
I kept asking him. I said, but Pete, I saw something on Facebook about you, about the rape thing. Allegedly, they say you raped.
The man raped the girl, man.
Tell me about it.
He raped the girl.
I kept asking the question, and the man ignored me.
You're 72 years old now. The girl was 15 at the time. Then you say you're crying? What kind of conversation you are having? You wanted somebody to make you come because your real web was not making you come. So the man told me, say he jumped from behind a web and he and get start playing that phone. They start playing the hide and seek. Can't out, doors out, no, you get them no, you are that you. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but on the serious note, better. Most Liberian men need to be educated on this rape thing because I see them blaming about why she go do that. Even women. Oh, but she not even sort of go. Why they doing all that kind of thing? Is that the reason why the children are supposed to be raped? You're supposed to be outraged. You're supposed to be angry that these things
representative. Let's go to Grand G there. Or representative from Kunamo District. Okay?
District number 2, yeah.
District number 2. He raped the daughter of his driver or the niece of his driver. She was 11 years old at the time. Impregnated this girl. Out of shame, they had to take the girl out of the country. Whether they kill the girl now or the girl said, we don't know.
I remember getting there and talking about it. And
exactly.
Somebody to the village.
You sexually molested an 11-year-old girl. You from Grand Judah County, master crime man. What are you trying to prove? You scared of your equal?
Our nation is really bleeding.
Listen, but Anthony, the thing here is, when we're all growing up, you can't have the same sexual appetite when you're 14 or you're 25. When you get in your 40s and 50s, it will take time for you to stay long. When you get 1 or 2 rounds, it's good. Okay? But when a woman complaining too much, especially when you stay too long with her, you tell her, say, she asking for too much. Then I World Cup, then I NBA championship. You get one, and the woman still asking, then she being selfish. Because you did your best when you're still together all day long time. That does not mean you should go after small train to make you come. It's not fair. Go ahead, Anthony.
These people need to be put behind. But the only thing I disagree with is the capital punishment. For me, I don't believe taking somebody's life is the thing. Based on my Christian principle, I'd rather you serve the time. Even the law says you cannot bear the punishment more than what the crime you commit. But taking a life from a person because the rape, I don't.
Oh yeah, Piglin Jones' Uncle P is now 72 years old, and in 1990, this young lady was 15 years old. So you do the math.
Yeah, he says he's in his 70s. Yep.
Yeah, he said he's 72 years old now, and he said the guy agreed to get to play Nafo, so they were playing.
But many
moving there, where you go beyond small guy
in Liberia, and I think our country have not done enough. And currently, right now, this administration is even the worst when it comes to rape issue. Look at what the president was saying. Oh, he saw the live podcast. He saw it, but the only thing he did not like, other people were insulting the former president, and other people were being rude and blah blah blah. Yeah. But he didn't even address how they would handle the rape issue. Oh, I sent my gender minister there, blah blah blah. Look, Mr. President, this is serious. Just as you order the state of emergency in Liberia, also declare rape as a state of emergency in Liberia. This is very serious.
Oh yeah.
People are dying daily.
Oh yeah.
On the second, look at the 3-year-old child.
Piglin Jones, the FBI already involved. That's one of the reasons why Pico deleted his video today. But the first show I did with him, the second show I did with him, and the one I'm doing right now, he can't delete it because I'll keep my shows then. And again, I will say this: I insulted George Weah in the past. The man that the president, I will never insult him again. But if George Weah continues to misbehave, I will go after him and talk about the issues. And not insult. I don't have to insult George Weah to send my message across. I ask for God now, and I don't look for popularity. I've been in everything for almost 30 years. You know how many people respect me? Come on now, Anthony, go ahead.
Yeah. So let me get confused with this, so somebody else can come on the show. If the Liberian government really serious about this rape, they don't need nobody to protest. They don't need one of the sad thing right now in Liberia. I heard this and I seem to be corrected. The deputy general minister was on focus on Liberia, and he said, I'll paraphrase, that there only one court that these were the rape cases in Liberia. Only one court in the entire republic. Only one court that handled the rape cases in Liberia. If that is true, then we are all for a serious.
But Anthony, on a very serious note, they raped 10 years now. It doesn't just have to be with the young ladies, the market women, those who are opposition political leaders like the Ure, the Cummins, the boycott. They all have got to find time to get involved.
Yeah.
Get involved. You think George? You think President Weah will see these people then standing, and then you say, you know what, I'm not coming there because they pay them what trusting. And to be honest with you, I think it was a missed opportunity for President Weah. President Weah won 14 out of 15 counties. President Weah is more popular than Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I believe he would. He should have just come out and speak to the people. Some of the people around President Weah are just misleading him.
The people false narrative. People planning to kill George Weah, so that was a trick. And somebody want to kill George Weah and want to cry. Look at that kind of thing. You are president of the nation, have all the security you can, You can do everything you want to do, secure whatever place you want to secure, but you're scared of your life. So what's the point you run for president? Yeah, that's the reason why you didn't show up.
Okay, my brother, I gotta go. I gotta go get some sleep
thank you.
and get ready for the real job, because tomorrow night we're gonna have Mrs. Edith Gonglo Ware as our special guest on Bracelet. Then on Tuesday,
wow.
on Tuesday we're gonna have Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Miss Grace Carrington Goard and Margaret Johnson will be in our studio. Then on Thursday we'll have Quincy T. So we already got it lined up. Okay, all right. And folks, I'm afraid that's all the time I have to be with you. God willing, I will be back tomorrow night with Mrs. Edith Gonglo Ware. Until then, folks, please allow me to borrow the wordings of the wise man. Tough times don't last, tough people do. The height of a man is never known until he rises, and there's no second chance to make that first impression. Don't see okra and swallow bone. When God bless you, don't say that medicine. The town thing, the people still calling you. Maybe the person here, the guy needs to say, hello?
Hey, the giant, don't go there. Uncle George, how you doing, sir?
Uncle who? Oh, Uncle George, how you doing? I cannot go, my man. You know you're the godfather.
I said, let me squeeze it. One thing before the man go, get out of the prayer.
Uncle George, how you doing? Man? It's been a minute, my man. Welcome to the show.
I'm doing all right, son. My man, I'm so proud of you, man. You're making it. I told you, man. I said the sky is your limit, man. Yeah. You the stubborn fees of our days in Liberia. Those days, the stubborn fee. You know Women Stubborn Fee?
Yes.
One of the broadcast giant that we had in Liberia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. MB Production, the whole nine. Yeah, I remember back then.
Okay, that's what I say. When you step on that scene, I knew straight you're heading somewhere for. Stubborn Fee, man. He was one of those that we had in Liberia, man. Yeah. Hey, on a serious note, man, I want to talk about this Uncle P's on the Uncle P rape. You just said, man, the story is so heartbreaking, man. People did a whole lot of things to people during the wartime to subdue them for sexual favor.
Mm-hmm.
This thing actually go unpunished. I mean, you're continuing to make noise about it. In fact, our president Liberia, I don't think he gets time to do about it. So, for me, I just calculate about 20 years of Liberia being for nothing. That is the 14 years of the Civil War and the 6 year or President Weah, it just began a lost year. So let's just calculate and see what we can do after the next election.
I know.
Thank you for taking my call, man. That's all I get my contribution.
Thank you, B brother. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
All right. And folks, until I talk to you tomorrow night, with a normal Zoom, anyone you mad double to dry, you are the wapo, dress to what you get. Zebon Pro, and Jaco, no, G. This has been yours truly, folks. The medicine of the microphone, the golden voice of Liberia. That near possible way. I'm Ashford, the giant Garley. Have a good night.
Jiviene Senegal, Hadija Samahol, Amanalo, Kai Samahol, Dinalahar, Sisube Basingon, Nagavela yo, Sherinanga, Yaga Mama, Motemananga, Gaga Ponayo, Nakolala Gade, Hadija Samahol, Amanalo. Fire! 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 Fire!